Good morning. How y'all doing today? Got a question for you guys. As we all know, vehicles have been out since before the turn of the century. No, not this past turn of the century, but the one before that, coming into the 1900s. About 10 years before that, as we know, automobiles were around since then, okay? And of course, over time, with the roads and everything, there had been signs and laws and rules for the road, how to properly act on the road with your vehicle. So tell me, how is it now that we are halfway through the year 2012, people still don't know how to drive? And no, I'm not talking about how to properly turn in your key and start your engine, or shift out of park, or go into first through fifth gear, whether you're driving an automatic or standard shift. No. I'm talking about how to properly act on the road. Let me give you some examples. How many of y'all know that when you are at a green light, that green light means get your foot off your brake, give your car some gas, and go? Don't sit there and wait, just stare at the light like Christ is coming out of the sky. No, just go. Okay, I can understand there is a 2 to 3 second delay you must take because, some dumbass on the other end who has the red light may blast right through the red light, and it would be ideal to sit there and wait a few seconds because you don't want that dumbass hitting you. But once that's been done, you see there's nothing coming. Yeah, just go, okay? Don't sit there and stare at the light like it's going to get any greener, because it's not. What's going to happen is it'll stay green for a little while, then it's going to turn yellow, which is your cue to proceed with caution but prepare to stop, and then it's going to turn red, and you're going to have to stop and go through the cycle all over again. Yeah, people do that. I see it happen all the time. And if you're approaching a red light, we all know to stop at it, because that's what it means. Because if you don't, the person with the green light's going to end up hitting you because they have the right of way. And that's why these fucking red light cams have been set in place. Yeah, thanks y'all. And turn signals. Yeah, not too many people these days use their turn signals. Let's start using them, okay? Your vehicle is equipped with one for a reason, and if it doesn't work, just change the bulb. It's not that hard. Because I have actually found myself in predicaments where I would be stuck behind someone. It's a solid green light, no green arrow, just a green light, and they don't have their signal on. They're just sitting there, and I'm thinking, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Laying on the horn, he's just sitting there like he's doing nothing wrong. And whenever the opposing side is clear, he takes that turn. I'm like, nice turn signal, buddy. Or, because that can also fuck it up for the people on the other side too, because you could have someone across from you who's going to execute a left turn at that same light. He's got his turn signal on, and he sees you. He's waiting for you. Okay, because for all he knows, you're going to go straight. But then he sees that you execute a left turn. That pisses them off, because they could have gone already and not have to waste time dealing with your bullshit. And if you see someone out on the road is trying to change lanes or whatever, yeah, and I started not to pick on this, but you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. If you see someone has their signal on, be courteous. Don't be a douchebag and try to speed up, cut them off, ram them off the road. You know why I'm saying that? Okay, when I drive my car, yeah, it happens almost all the time. I still end up getting the lane I want, but still the douchebaggery. Okay, now I also find myself driving box trucks too. Why is it that when I'm in my car and I put my signal on, you speed up, cut me off, try to ram me off my road, but when I'm in the box truck and I put on my turn signal, you back off like, yes, daddy. I mean, don't let the size of my vehicle intimidate you. Just, yeah, do the same thing. Do the same thing you would do to me in my car. Of course, you're not going to, because your car weighs less than a ton, while You're also dealing with a 4-ton payload here. Yeah, it'll fuck you up. And speed limits. Let's talk about these speed limits here. Now, if you're going down a windy 2-lane road, I'm not asking you to be a speed demon and kill your engine by making it go 100 miles or greater, but if the posted speed limit is 65, do 65 or greater. I keep a radar detector in my car because, you know, I like to do greater. But, yeah, let's not do 40 and a 65, okay? Especially on a windy road, because if I'm stuck behind you, I can't really pass you because I can't see what's coming from the other side of the curb. And if your vehicle is incapable of doing the speed limit, you probably shouldn't have it out on the road anyway. And if you absolutely have to drive it, put your hazard lights on. Because I have actually been in a predicament myself where my vehicle was incapable of producing the right speed. Yeah, that's right. I put my hazard lights on. And if you see that it's getting backed up behind you, pull into a driveway or something. Let those people pass you. Yeah, that's it. Pull in somewhere so we can get from behind you. We don't have to deal with your bullshit. Yeah, I do it. And tailgating, it's actually kind of gay. Now, like I said, I do the speed limit, if not that greater, but if you find yourself behind me and you think I'm going too slow, I'll let you pass me. I don't care. If I'm not going fast enough for you, just get from behind me. Get away from me. Okay, don't ride my tail, because I'll tell you right now, if you ride my tail, if I look into my rearview mirror, I should see, if not the part of the road that's between you and me, I should at least be able to see the grill of your vehicle. Because if it looks like in my rearview mirror all I can see is the middle of your hood up or where your windshield begins, you're too close, okay? I'm not going to slam on my brakes because I don't want you hitting me, but I will slow down and piss you off. So yeah, let's not tailgate. How about it, huh? And also, another thing about these speed limits, just recently, and this is another reason why I'm picking on it, just recently, I was in Texas, okay, I was driving down a stretch of I-20. Okay, there's 2 lanes of the highway going the same direction, out in the middle of nowhere. Now, there's a janky old pickup in the right-hand lane that's in the speed limit of 75. He's not even doing 50. Well, I proceed to get from behind him. I get into the left lane, and well, okay, I understand 18-wheelers, tractor-trailers, they take their time when they're getting up and going, so I usually don't trip about them. I know I've had the privilege to drive one before, illegally, but I get into the left-hand lane, and there is a fucking Acura, okay? Not another janky vehicle, not a tractor-trailer rig, but no, an Acura. He's right beside that janky pickup, going about as fast as he is, and together they are forming a slow-moving barricade. That's right, I was shining my bright lights at you. I laid on the horn at you. That's right. Now, I can understand if you're just one of those douchebags that's gonna do something like that to piss the people off behind you. I can understand you doing it to another compact car or a pickup, but why the fuck are you gonna do it to a box truck with a 4-ton payload? It makes no sense. I mean, do you have a death wish? Were you trying to commit suicide? I mean, I'm not gonna assist you with it. You should get some help if that's what you're doing, but don't do that. Either just, speed up and get in front of that guy and let me out. Let me pass you, okay? Let me out of the barricade. I don't have time for it. I had a job to do. Yeah, and what about people who don't pay attention when they're driving? Such as and I found this to be a common problem, your cell phone. Me personally, I can talk or text when I drive. And I know there are some other people out there who can do it too, but unfortunately there are people who have no business with their cell phone out while driving. Because I found myself on the road where someone in the lane next to me almost sideswiped me because they're too busy texting. If it wouldn't have been for the fact that I'd honk at them, they would have ran me off the road. And of course there was another instance where I'm trying to come out of the corner store parking lot down the street from where I live, and there's an old bitch sitting in her car just talking on the phone. She's going to make a right turn, as was I. She's just as clear to go, but she's just sitting there. I honk at her. She does nothing. So I get behind her and get to the right-hand side of her, and I take that one look to the left to see what's coming. And what was coming? She was coming. She almost turned right into me. I had to lay on my horn. Yeah. And she made that, and she had to slam on her brakes. And that's right, that's right, woman. I flipped you off. Pay attention. Put the phone away. It can wait. And if you absolutely have to take that call, just pull into a gas station. Pull over somewhere. She probably shouldn't have left the parking lot with the telephone to boot. Now, one thing I have also found on the road, usually I could be in a left turn only lane on a 3-lane road or whatever, and someone could be right beside me. Now usually some people will they'll actually roll down their window and ask for my permission for them to get in front of me so they can do that, and I usually just go ahead and let them. Yeah, they were nice enough to ask. I could at least grant them that. But hey, if I find myself doing the same thing, pay attention, okay? Because, yeah, I've had to do it a few times myself, and I remember there was this one instance where this old bitch was sitting right there in her SUV, and I'm honking at her, and I got my hand out the window. I'm going like that, and well, she sits there just completely oblivious to me, and she's just sitting there like, oh, I'm going to stay in this lane. Yeah, I'm better than you, and way more important, because I drive an SUV Cadillac and you drive a beat-up old Dodge. Yeah, that's just fucked up. So yeah, bottom line is, let's be a little more courteous. How about it, huh? Yeah, and I'm pretty sure some of y'all are going to watch my video and say, wow, why is this guy whining about this? Because I can. First Amendment rights. Hey, and if there were more people out there that would, respect the rules of the road, that would make the lives of people such as myself and anyone else in that predicament a lot more easier. Oh yeah, just one more thing I want to touch up on, road rage. Yeah, I admit I got a problem with road rage myself. However, I do my damnedest not to let it show. Okay? Because I have actually, about maybe a year or so ago, I was driving through Baker, Louisiana, and there was some guy in a Buick LeSabre and yeah, we were on the road for miles. I don't know what the fuck this guy's problem was, but yeah, he's just erratically swerving, changing lanes with all excessive force. If you're watching, that's right, I did call John Q. Laws on you. Did it once, I'll do it again. So I don't know what your problem was, because no one else on the road was doing anything wrong. Reason my road rage will get triggered, like I said, I don't let it show, because that's how shit happens. But like I said, I don't have an anger problem, I have an idiot problem, okay? And if there's too many idiots on the road, that's what's going to trigger my road rage. So and yours was triggering mine because, yeah, that was a problem. And if your road rage is really that bad to where it does stuff like that, you probably shouldn't be driving anyway. But yeah, that's pretty much what I got for y'all now. I am Larry Toussaint, and thank you for watching. God bless. Obey those signs. That's what they're there for. Cut.